Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello! Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the floor in front of you.
The envelope? This must be the envelope.
And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
What?
Don't worry, just get on with it.
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope, and I opened it. What I found was a single photograph. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. The fact that he doesn't recognize the person that we've been talking about for the past, 3 hours of this game is mind-boggling to me. Damn, Hina looks good in a fucking uniform. Anyway, wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at the file, Mukuro Ikasaba. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. Why is... And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 students, but not me. My brain is processing something with this picture, right? So you see everyone's face. I'm not in it, right? I'm not part of that picture. We're gonna have to confirm if there are more pictures. If there are more pictures that I can look at, we'll be able to confirm. However, right now, this is just like speculation, so I'm gonna keep it to myself. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in the picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is...
How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out!
But
I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd totally be out of left field.
I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo. Alright, we need to look into these group photos, because the photos we found so far only have specific people that have died. This one is everyone. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Okay. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly? That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Alright, so I guess we're gonna ask everyone directly. We're just gonna ask questions to everybody. So, this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, I gotta go. What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Why? Why won't you talk to me? Okay. I always think this is the exit, but it's the archive. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he is purposely trying to avoid me. Hey, Hiro. Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out. No, no! Sorry, I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's going on? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It's like he was avoiding me. He was afraid of me. Why? I decided to visit the chem lab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her, passed out again. Toko? Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? Yo! It's cold, super cold. It's so cold, I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you're standing here staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Hey, huh? So why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double memory. It's more like half. But I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around somewhere doing his own investigation.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things math. Anyway, I gotta hurry. Can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Okay. Toga shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be a reason for it. Yeah? The fridge, it's open, but I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. Oh.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
About this room. Oh yeah, it's
It would seem...
a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toka must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and then, well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason came clear.
It would seem...
I imagined she came in here to investigate, and when she's opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and decided... that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything got to be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands stretched out, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Uh-huh, how come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during their last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it? I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I'm in love. I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. Can't do it, I can't look inside. God damn.
Because... It would seem...
I've seen the blue lights come on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, a blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? That's what I was saying earlier. There should be 10. Wait, hold on. We just did that. No, god damn, dude! What else am I supposed to do in here? Because he won't look at the body, so it's not really like... He's like, oh, I don't want to do it. So like, what else am I supposed to do? Tarps? You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Oh, okay. This time... it's the same one as the one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had the stamp of the biolab on it. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone must have come to the biolab and took it over here. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I pay careful attention to the wounds and traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and the blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means that neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion on the victim's identity is unknown. They were however dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife and then completely through the body. They struck with the object. Several days old. The only other option is the other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they were old?
Because...
Huh? All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever. Like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very least...
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be able to be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her as her weight and height.
so
5'7", 97 pounds, vitals 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all of that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed,
and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo, there's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mukuro Ikesaba. Okay,
And
is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so then,
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait, are you gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad to leave it out like this?
why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
whew,
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me. But she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
so then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found. If I don't do it now... Man, why did they launch me at such a weird angle? Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to
What?
ask. Go ahead then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad ever since you've been
What?
here?
so...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms.
Indeed.
But to get to any of those lockers, you need the handbook of whoever's the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it might be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers, and if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together, to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll make sense. A DVD? And it says Class 78 Urgent Interviews.
So...
I found it in the hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever been before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Whew.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of that mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there is no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with fire determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's no understanding to it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only one absolute truth. Whether the truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all we can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you in the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room and check it out. She said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose! I should be able to play a DVD just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave to me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. Must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity, and then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was from the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of the middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now, but this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder, so why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light on the monitor. The video that I thought was finished flashed back on the screen. My eyes started back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Huh? Oh, what I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk with him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her the question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school, just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up. The monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently shut off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Whoopsie. Looks like I broke. Out of service.
What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anytime, anywhere. That's what failure is, right?
Oh, failure my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at this point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome, something that seemed too obvious to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Alright. Oh.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning.
I wish I understood a single thing of that.
Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Woo! Okay. It's about to begin. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Alright then. This is the end. I guess I'm the first
Makoto.
one this time. You're early, Makoto.
Listen,
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
however,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said, Byakuya. Byakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina. Hiro? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear. I'm on
Oh,
fire.
strong silent master. So wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will just be fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now.
Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, climb maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in a good standing, you know?
Unbelievable.
If there was a Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the class trial already.
Sure, let's begin the class trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my
This will be
family.
over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first in the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the
Hey.
elevator. They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
so
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step. Thick, gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Whew! Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the general vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site?
What do you think? Isn't it just a perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills,
Let's
kills!
begin!